Hi everyone, I'm Renee.
And I'm David, and we'd like to welcome you to the first ever episode of He Said, She Shed.
A few years ago, we built our dream home, our forever home in Southwest Washington. Now, when we did our property search, we were looking for roughly 2 acres, enough space for a large garden, an outbuilding, and a shop. And then we came upon this amazing 8-acre hayfield. Well, it felt like home to us immediately since David's from Iowa and I'm from Indiana. But still, 8 acres is a ridiculous amount of space. Now between us, we have a lot of interests and hobbies, but we thought we would take you along with us and we can build this space out together.
So yeah, the longer we're here, the longer the list of projects seems to be getting. It's growing. We're thinking up stuff to do with all of this space. So with our channel, we just want to bring you guys along for whatever the project of the day turns out to be. So Renee and I are pretty much just normal people that work full-time. I'm a technical writer, she's a project manager. So it's always renewing when we get to carve out some time to do projects that are just for us. And I'll bet you guys can relate to that as well. So we're just really looking forward to having you all along as we work this land, so to speak, and just generally do life together.
All right, so as for me, I like to do all the things. so when I'm in the house, I love to cook, I love to preserve food. So I'm looking forward to having a garden that I can grow my own food, preserve it. I love all of that. And so then thinking about outside too, some of the things, the garden, yes, there's that. But then there's also the DIY side of me. I love going thrifting and going to estate sales and finding those those diamonds in the rough, those pieces of furniture that just could use a little love. I love to be able to refurbish them, upcycle them, maybe flip them, or they might end up somewhere in the house.
So a few of those have ended up in the house.
Some of those have ended up in the house. Like I just can't part with them, right? But anyway, those are the things that I love to do within my creative spaces.
So as for me, I'm sort of fix this, build that, meets New Yankee Workshop, meets pretty regular guy who maybe has a little bit of a tool addiction. That's points maybe open for debate. But so the point is, anything that involves DIY projects that involve making sawdust, I'll do that as often as I can. But I also have other just DIY project interests in general that branch off into technology and electronics and, well, back to woodshop oriented things. We've got some built-ins in our new place and some trim projects that I'm going to want to be tackling. And if that wasn't enough diversity, we love motorcycle touring. So actually, come to think of it, I have this motorcycle trailer refurb project brewing. So all that stuff is coming your way soon, but the project we've got going on right now actually is the outbuilding here behind us and sort of building out the interior of it. In fact, the 2 workspaces that are part of what's inside there were actually the inspiration for the name of our channel. There's going to be a woodshop space, primarily for me, that's the He Said, and then a studio space for Renee, the She Shed. So just building out those spaces is going to be an adventure unto itself. We've got partition walls to frame up, insulation, electrical lighting to hang, painting. Even we're going to make it look kind of nice in there. We'll do some trim work and make it kind of homey, but it is an outbuilding. So anyway, all those that will make up our first handful of episodes is working on this.
Yeah, so once we finish that, the He Said, She Shed spaces within the outbuilding, that'll allow us to be able to do a lot of the outdoor spaces since we'll have a place to cut things, paint things, and do all that. So when we think about outside, we also love to be able to have places to sit and relax, like building out a fire pit, building out our patio, even putting in a hot tub space, things like that we want to do next. So, and then there are lots of things out here, I think landscaping projects that I want to take you along with. So just lots of opportunities for us to be able to be in different zones, in the kitchen, doing the things there, and then in the studio and the shop, and kind of blending some of those things together.
So you're probably starting to get the idea, lots of variety. And so just to bring up one more thing, actually, we're both planners. So that's a blessing or a curse depending on your perspective on that sort of thing. But part of what that means is we are drawn to home organization projects. So that could take us from the pantry to the garage to probably out into that building and all points in between. So stay tuned for that. So there's a sense of where we're going with all this. We've certainly got our share of ideas of what we would like to do with the property, but we definitely want to involve you. Take a minute right now, if you would, and leave a comment. If you've got an idea for some project that we should take on here at the property, some video subject matter that you'd like to see us do. Also, while you're at it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode of He Said, She Shed. And once again, from just both Renee and I, a warm welcome to He Said, She Shed.
See you soon. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Are you ready? You got that out of your system? Shall we begin?
Let's do it. Yep.
Hi everyone, welcome to our show. We're happy you're here. It's time to go.
I swear I'm going to leave that in.
Great. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Renee.
And I'm David, and we'd like to welcome you to see. Okay.
Are you ready?
I don't know. One. Bling.
Just waiting for a car to go by. Come to garden, have an outbuilding or a shop, you know, but we never. Am I straight?
Well. Mm-hmm.
I did a black fuzzy thing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. And then lastly, just one more time from both Renee and I, a warm welcome to He Said, She Said. Blah.